Latha is saying, why does she get angry so often, even over small matters, human significant matters. And she's saying, especially with certain people, she is unable to control anger. And she says she tried to change her attitude but hasn't been quite successful. She's saying now how to change myself because anger causes health issues. So you already know that you are not angry over the people you express your anger on. You are not too concerned about the things that you make an issue of. Look at your statement. I get angry often, even over small things. So you know that those things are small. So you know that those things are not worth getting angry over. So obviously your anger has to do with something else. You know what, there is one big fat bully in the adjacent room. And when I was coming this side, he caught me and held me by the neck and abused me and punched me. And I couldn't do anything. He was 6'6" and 120 kilograms, twice as broad as me. And to boot, I think he also had a gun. What could I do? Nothing. So even as I was being bullied, I just kept silent. I kept on feeling humiliated and small and vengeful, but said nothing because saying anything would have meant danger. So I somehow escaped from him and come over to this room, and here I have you all. And now what do I do? You, Latha, how dare you wear pink? Pink is a prohibited color. Have you no common sense? Wearing pink? Shouldn't I just throw this water on your face? Don't ever wear pink again. You, Parmeshwar, you are asking such long questions? Who do you think you are? Always asking questions. You never get any answers. You. Unnecessarily showing that you are bothered and sick. What's wrong with you? You are fit and fine. You want to make a fool of me? I'll slap you hard. And you, dirty fellow, have you not had a bath? Why do you stink so much? I could feel the stink from the airport. You fat man, hiding behind somebody so slim and trim. And this one, Anushka, I pull her by the hair, bang her against the wall. This camera, such an old camera, dirty piece of equipment. Let's just smash it. This fan is making too much noise. Let's all hang by this fan. Here's the bed sheet. Who is in the next room? Lata, who is there in the adjacent room? The big fat 6'6" bully with the gun. Who is he? This is the lowest kind of reaction. To be angry on someone and not even having the guts to know who you are really angry on. So what do? You keep expressing your anger on all and sundry. And everybody keeps thinking that you are a total crackpot. If the tea is too hot, you are angry that it is too hot. And if the tea is a little cold, then you are angry that it is cold. In short, nothing is ever alright. You always find some reason to get angry. And obviously, in this imperfect universe, nothing is ever going to be perfect. So you always have a genuine reason to be angry. This is the lowest kind of reaction. Higher than this is to identify the bully and face him straight away. I could advise you to do that. I won't. Surprise. You're probably thinking that I'll say, why are you targeting these innocent people? Why not face the real culprit? No, I won't advise that. Facing the violent bully is better than getting irritated, frustrated over seemingly, relatively innocuous people and matters. But there is an even better solution available. The pretense is that one is angry over the little people in this room. The fact is that one is angry over the bully next room. The reality is that one is angry over herself. That's what I want you to understand. If you belong to the lowest level of comprehension, then you will say, I am angry over the people in this room. And you can keep pretending that these people are actually the mischief makers, and you will find some way to justify your assertion. Better than that is to say that I am really angry over and the best is to realize that one is angry over no one but herself. You know why you are angry? You know why anybody is ever angry? Because we allow ourselves to get hurt. Someone within us knows that we are so very immense and invincible that it is not our nature to get hurt. There is something within us that is not vulnerable, that cannot be broken or dented, that cannot be blemished. You cannot get hurt, and yet you allow yourselves to get hurt. And that is why you are angry over yourself. So, the non-culprits are the various people you went out your anger on. The factual culprit is the man next door, and the real culprit is yourself. You are the real culprit because you live and behave and believe as if you are small and vulnerable and weak and meek. Why do you consider anybody so big that he appropriates the authority to hurt you? I have repeated a million times that you cannot be hurt without your consent. But you believe in the same value system that the bully believes in. Please understand. The bully bullies you based on certain fundamental assumptions. For example, his assumption is that the gun is power. The gun is, there are other things that can be held as a proxy to power, for example, money or knowledge. So he believes that gun or money or knowledge are power. And he believes that power makes him big. You too believe that gun and money and knowledge are power. And because you do not have the gun, and because you do not have the money, and because you do not have the knowledge, so you are powerless. So in a sense, you and the bully belong to the same school of thought, don't you? He too believes that the gun is power, and you believe equally that the gun is power. Now the gun is power, and who has the gun? He has the gun. So who will dominate the other? He will dominate you. Both of you believe in the same thing, that money is power. And out of the two of you, who has the money? He has the money, so he will dominate you, obviously. And both of you share the conviction that knowledge is power. And who has knowledge? He has. So obviously, he will manhandle you. totally control you, lord over you. Is it his fault? If it's your life and your life is being spent in fear and domination, then fundamentally, whose fault is it? Whose responsibility? It's yours, right? Why do you believe that money is authority? Why do you believe that power is authority? But you will continue to believe in all that till the time you come to the real authority. You will have no option but to believe in the power of the gun, in the power of money and knowledge and prestige and so many other things of the world, till you come to the one with actual power. Then he will be left believing in the power of money, and you won't be believing in the power of money, right? That would be the situation. Now the situation is a little asymmetric. He is standing in front of you and he is holding a gun to your chest and he is waving money at you and he is proudly displaying all his knowledge. But you are saying that none of this is power. So why should I accord you the status of an authority? Why should I think that you are big? Yes, you do have the gun, but the gun is not power. Yes, you do have money. I can't deny that. You are waving currency notes at me. So you do have money, but money is not power. And yes, you do have knowledge and contacts and wealth and prestige and whatnot. But none of that is power. Now can he harm you, hurt you, dominate you? Can he? No. Because he is now powerless in front of you. With all his money and knowledge, he is now powerless. So actually, who accorded him the power? You did. It's not the gun that dominated you. It's the meaning you invested in the gun that dominated you. It's not his money that dominated you. It's the meaning that you accord to the money that dominated you. Otherwise, somebody can keep showing his millions to you. You will say, yes, those millions are there, very much there. But they don't mean anything to me. And if they don't mean anything to you, then he cannot dominate you. Lata, who is that person who finds a lot of meaning in money? What is that person called? So what is then the cause of your fear? Too bad. No, first of all you are greedy and then you are shouting and abusing at others. Now, who is greedy? She can get angry anytime. Who is greedy? And on top of that, she gets angry on small people over small matters. Does she get angry on the big bully? That rarely happens. But she can get angry on the carpenter and the gardener and the driver and the shopkeeper. How dare you give me a yellow mango? Anger can go all the way to the rice grower also. Where is that damn farmer who grew this rice? Let's beat him up. But Lata, before you can say that money is not power, knowledge is not power, you will have to go to the very root of power. You know what is power? The ability to make things happen, the ability to make things move, the ability to bring about real change is power. The ability to bring about real change. Ego never brings about a real change. Ego only transforms. Transforms. The form is changed. And transformation is no real change. Transformation is not sublimation. Which means any action happening from the ego cannot be a powerful action. Real power belongs to the one who dissolves the ego. Some have called him the truth. Others have called him the lover, the beloved. Some prefer to just say silence. The old-fashioned ones say God. He is the one who brings about real change. What is the real change? The sublimation, the very dissolution of the one who kept hankering after cosmetic change. Then you become immune to cosmetic change and therefore cosmetic power. Then the world cannot hurt you or scare you. Are you getting it? Now you know that whatever the world is trying to do anyway does not mean much, because the world cannot change anything. Here only shapes and appearances keep melting and merging into each other like waves in an ocean. Waves keep rising and falling. Does anything really change? The ocean remains as it is. And the waves are doing all that they can. Millions of waves. Forming, falling, merging. Does anything new ever happen there? Real change always leads you into the new. If nothing absolutely new is descending, then rest assured that no real change is happening. That is why those who have known have said that change is a delusion. Man keeps running after change, and he has been doing so since he has been man. So has anything changed? Yeah. The names of the particular persons involved in the running have been changing. 200 years back, it was A. 2000 years back, it was M. 2 lakh years back, those names have been changing. But the thirst for change has not changed. Be with the one who has real power. Be with the one who brings about a total rejuvenation of your being. Be with the one who gives you what can only be described as a rebirth. then you will know what real power means. Be with the one whose company will enable you to stand intrepid in front of a loaded gun, and then you will know what real power is. What is real power? To point a loaded gun at someone, or to stand fearlessly in front of that loaded gun? Tell me, what is real power? Now that you cannot do all by yourself. The ego is so afraid. In front of the loaded gun, if you just stand by yourself, then you will shiver. So you require company. That company is called aloneness. Oh, so bad. We thought aloneness meant only me. No. Aloneness means you with only him. That is aloneness. And that is power. Now the bully will have to face a surprise. The gun is loaded and he has fired a shot in the air. So it's a smoking gun, hot and smoking. And he is pointing the gun right to your forehead. And how are you standing? Okay. I'm cool. Yeah. Nice gun, man. Quite nice. And he's saying, I'll blast those brains out of you. You're saying, right. Too bad for the brains. Too bad for the brains. Not at all bad for me. Before the brains, I was with the beloved. And after the brains have been smashed out of the skull by a bullet, I would still be with the beloved. Yes, of course, your bullet has power, but your bullet has power only over the brain, not over me. You see, I am with the handsome one. And he won't let any harm come to me. If you think 6'6" is quite tall, then raise your head and look at the sky. That's how tall my new date is. So, it has all boiled down to this. You need to flirt around a little. And find somebody exquisitely majestic for yourself. A cowherd by the name Krishna. Or if you have simpler tastes, then a young man with no riches, no possessions, a deformed body called a Ashtavakra. Set a date. Be with them. Like they have in the movies, You are with your darling and the bad one comes. And what is he trying to do? He's trying to point a gun at you. But then your savior is your lover. He gets up, rather pounces, and with one full blow of the fist, the bully has disappeared forever. Without that cowherd, you will be at the mercy of the world. We all need his company, don't we? So be alone with him. That's the meaning of aloneness. Be alone with him. Nice, cozy and romantic. That's what aloneness is. And then there will be no need to be angry. Then the poor mangoes and the rice can be spared. You are on your fantastic date and the rice is only half cooked. Would you want to spoil your date by fuming over the rice? Would you? Who cares about the rice? Even if the rice is bad, you say, fantastic rice. Nice. Who wants to spoil the mood of two of you? If the world dominates you and makes you angry, it means you are not with God. Full stop. Nothing else. This happened just a few hours before. Before I came to speak to you, I was watching these langurs, and there was this baby langur, just this big. And the tail was this big. And then there was the bigger langur, maybe the mama langur. And the baby langur went some distance away from the mama langur. They both were atop a wall. And a dog barked at the little langur. And what did it do? It quickly returned to the mama langur. And now holding the mama langur, it looked at the dog and said, "Oh." Now what can the dog do? See, Prakriti is offering you all the hints. You are the baby langur. Both small and langur. And the dogs are? The moment they find a baby langur, what do they do? They try to have fun. Bark, bark, bark. The solution is simple. Return to the mama. Read the Upanishads. Read the Bhagavad Gita. Go to Kabir Sahib. Be with Patanjali. And when you are with them, who can harass you? You will not feel like wasting your energy in anger. You will say, if I still have spare energy, why not read a little? Why not dance a little? Why not just sit under the sky and look at the stars? Why should I waste a couple of hours just barking like the dog that barked at me? You will have no spare time. You will have no spare space in the mind to give to undeserving people. How will you then get angry or hurt? But for that you'll have to give yourself fully to Mama. Once you have given yourself fully, how much of yourself do you have left? Nothing. So how will you have space left for the rascals? They'll come, and the first thing that they demand from you is space. They say, give us your time, give us your space. And you will say, all my time and all my space belong to the big one. I have no space, I have no time, so how do I give my time to you? And when you can't give your space or time to you, they can't use your space and your time to offend you. Neglected. This is also called as indifference. I am so much in the service of the real one that I have no space left for the petty ones. This is called indifference. To be indifferent to the little one, you have to parallelly be in the service of the great one. Otherwise, indifference is not possible. Isn't it common sense to fight an ox? You need an elephant. To fight a big one, you need the biggest one. What can the ox do to you if you are sitting on the elephant? Can he do something? No. But if you are all by yourself in front of the bull or the ox, then keep getting angry. Are you just nodding or appreciating, really getting something?
No, I mean, I try to say I got it, so
You
it's
got
little clear, yes. So
Sure?
what I needed, yeah.
Okay. Let me see how angry you get tonight. Who's staying with you? Please sanitize the room. No rods or firearms or pointed metallic objects should be there. Not anymore. Anger is a characteristic of the weak one. Remember this. If you aren't weak, then you have no dependence on anger. Anger is just frustrated energy. Energy that didn't dare to go into the right channel. Energy that didn't dare to flow into the right channel. Then erupts as anger. Be strong. How? By being with the strong one. There is no other way.